Europe's jet fuel stockpiles are shrinking by the day. Airlines for American President and CEO Chris Sununu joins me now. Chris, they've got a jet fuel crisis. Should I start worrying about any trip to Europe that I might make? Just deal with Europe for a start.
No, don't panic just yet. Stockpiles are slowly diminishing in Europe, to be sure. They have a much different situation than we do here in the United States. But no one should panic about their trips. We still have a ways to go. I've talked to all the different airlines here in the U.S., which rely on, to come back. They have to refuel over there, making sure that A, they're not put to the back of the line or anything like that, and B, they really look at the actual numbers, the actual fuel numbers. So there is a concern over the summer, but nothing that should get people to misplace their trips or anything like that just yet.
Okay, but back home, domestic travel, domestic flying, the response of the airlines to the jet fuel problem seems to be to raise prices. Is that what's happening? Prices are going up pretty much across the board?
Prices are going up. Understand that jet fuel, unlike oil, jet fuel has more than doubled in price, right? And it stayed up there. Now, the airlines themselves are eating most of that cost. They will lose $10 to $12 billion this year because they're eating most of it. And what we've seen is about a 20% rise, not the 50% that you normally would see, but about a 20% rise in cost over the past, year over year. So the average domestic ticket was about $300 last year. It's about maybe $60, something like that right now. Now, again, if we can get the Strait open, it's all about the Strait of Hormuz. If that opens up, you'll see that tick down. But it is a supply chain issue on the fuel side. So it will take a little while, right? They go up fast, they go down slow. So it'll take a little while to get there. But once that Strait opens up, we anticipate things going back to normal. But the airlines understand they got to stay competitive. So they're eating billions and billions of dollars of this cost.
The TSA is finally funded, but over 1,300 agents quit during the shutdown. Deputy TSA Administrator Adam Stahl joined this show in our last hour, and he said, look, it's too late to hire and train new agents before the World Cup and summer travel. Just listen to him for a second.
We've already really passed those big events in terms of the actual timetable to prepare and onboard those individuals. Again, we're pre-positioning our staff, and they are up for the challenge. We are confident in our ability to help facilitate the safe and secure movement of those big events. But it's undeniable that this democratic shutdown has hamstrung preparations for major events, as well as the economy at large.
Okay, so he's moving agents around to where they're needed for this summer travel season. But, the traveling public is kind of anxious. You got to see that.
Look, there's two big takeaways, and Adam is 100% right. Number one, hey, Congress, you screwed us. You screwed the system over because you played political games over here. You shut down TSA to the point where you had mass, not layoffs, but actually people leaving because they just got to pay their bills. And there's real consequences for that, unlike your political games in D.C. You got virtually nothing out of it. For all those that kept voting time and again to keep the government shut down and not paying their own employees, it was just terrible. And now, as we go into the summer, we have a problem. And now, to Adam's point, everyone is scrambling, but they're finding innovative ways to kind of make do. And there's more talk of additional privatization or getting more technologies moving forward. But it's very unhealthy for the system. And given that this is the second shutdown in the past year onto the American people, that's who takes the penalty here. It's the American people that end up suffering in those 4-hour TSA lines and those agents that have to come to work, and take all that pressure and all that stuff knowing there's no paycheck at the end of the day. Yeah. That's a lot, and that's all because of political games. So we're hoping Congress gets the message. I think we'll be okay this summer. Adam and the team at TSA, Ha McNeil, they're doing a great job making sure that they're innovating and finding new ways to get around the political nonsense of Washington. But there are real repercussions here, and we're hoping that folks are tuning in.
Chris, then there's this. JFK had another close call. A Delta flight came within 500 feet of a propeller plane. Second close call in nearly 2 weeks. This seems to be happening more frequently. How do you address it? And again, it makes the traveling public more anxious, doesn't it?
Sure. So look, I mean, the air traffic control modernization that FAA and DOT are undergoing is phenomenal, and they are moving so fast, faster than any other large infrastructure project I've ever seen. And I say that as a former governor and someone now in the private sector. But it's going to take time. It's going to take about 3 years or so, but we need the additional funding for the new software that allows not just to manage flights in the sky and make sure that everything's more efficient, but actually what's happening on the ground, too. There's technologies that are there that can be implemented to make sure that you're not having these ground-to-ground close calls between the airlines. And the pressure on the air traffic controllers themselves is taken off. Oh, and by the way, maybe it'd be a good idea to pay the air traffic controllers to take some of that pressure off.
Wouldn't that be
so
good?
all of these things are interconnected and really are important to return that confidence that you talk about to the American public.
In 30 seconds, please give me a grade for Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and his performance so far.
A+, as the President Trump would say. No, he really, not only does Sean get it, he gets what is important in the airline industry. He's a great communicator, as you know, and he understands what the administration is going for. And look, when you call him, he picks up the phone. It didn't happen for 4 years under the previous administration. When you call these guys, they pick up, they respond, they're listening to industry, they're listening to folks on the safety side. It's been a phenomenal partnership.
Glad to hear it. Chris Sununu, thanks very much for being with us. Chris, we'll see you again soon. Yes, sir.